be a one-for-one transaction. The share capital will not change. Good morning, everybody. Another day, another press release from Southern Cross, this time a corporate press release. It's a very fundamental release. It's around the merger between Southern Cross and Mawson Gold in Canada. The companies have signed the formal agreement now, the SIA, the Scheme Implementation Agreement, that sets out all the terms on how the companies will merge. That is attached to the press release. So if you really are into the detail, you can get into it. It's full disclosure on the full agreement there. Why are we doing this is the key point. Well, number one and two, the key reasons are to consolidate the ownership of the Sunday Creek asset. At the moment, we have Southern Cross owning about 51.2% and Mawson owning the rest. So it's split ownership, which is never and was never meant to be the intention. So we're consolidating the ownership of that. And number two, we're dual listing. So now this discovery, it's globally significant. It's getting traction globally. And it's the North Americans who benefited from the rediscovery of Fosterville from 2016-17. Right through to a few years ago, and even today, it's owned by the second largest gold miner, a North American gold miner in Agnico. So the North Americans know and understand and love high-grade Victorian gold. They made billions of dollars out of it. So consolidation and dual listing is what we need to achieve. The best and most effective tax structure to do that is the merge, and that brings Mawson merging with Southern Cross. What it will be is Southern Cross is not changing. It will be in name Southern Cross. The board of Southern Cross will go across to Mawson. The management will go across. Mawson is stripping out all the assets that it doesn't own other than the shares. Mawson is rolling back to the same number of shares it owns in Southern Cross. So it will be a one-for-one transaction. The share capital will not change. It's the same number of shares just being joined together. So very, very much business as usual, other than we're removing that perceived major shareholder overhang and giving North Americans more eyes, more demand to own this stock. And we do know that a number of institutions especially are waiting for this to happen. So it cleans up that structure and creates a much more investable product. So again, more eyes, which will be more demand and ideally a re-rating of your company when this merger happens. There is a process to go through here. It will close around about late October, and there's an indicative timetable in the press release. As we go through that, you'll be, as a shareholder, we'll be gaining a lot more information. There'll be a scheme booklet come out in due course, which will be much, much more comprehensive. You'll be able to vote on the transaction, and then once that occurs, and if it's successfully voted to occur, Mawson will be renamed Southern Cross Gold Consolidated and then relist in Australia the next day. So there's going to be very little, if no, disruption to trading and how you see your company. So the company is growing. We needed to remove this split ownership. We're doing it in the most tax effective way for you as shareholders, and then it will just create an opportunity for this company to be re-rated and bringing global eyes to the story that a project of this significance deserves.